Welcome back to ciLiving. Campus Cooperative Preschool has been on ciLiving several times now, and I wanted to learn a little bit more about their director and lead teacher, Anna Rice. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me back.
All right, so tell me a little bit about how you ended up being at Campus Cooperative.
Sure. So it was a little bit of a journey for me, I think probably similar to a lot of people's stories. When I was in school, when I was a young person, I really struggled. I struggled academically. I was like so painfully shy. And so I didn't really advocate for myself that well in school. Got through high school and I was sort of like, whew, done, right? Like I don't have to do that anymore.
Right.
Several years out of high school, got married, married my best friend. In fact, we're celebrating our 40th anniversary this weekend.
Oh my gosh, happy anniversary.
I know, thank you. So looking forward to that. And then we started our family. So we had 3 children. And when our children were young, I loved being at home with them. I loved learning with them and playing with them. And so I wanted to sort of figure out a way to sort of bring in some income while still being at home with them. So I started doing a home daycare.
Oh.
And I did that for a while, and I loved it, and I kept it really small and intimate. Got to know the families really well, and sort of figured out before the research came out that play-based learning is really so beneficial, right? So children learn a lot through play and interactions with each other as far as peers and just with me as their caregiver. And I just really enjoyed that and did that for a number of years. And then sort of a full circle moment is that one of my home daycare mamas heard about this preschool. It was called Playtime Preschool at the time. We had sort of undergone a name change and it's now Campus Cooperative Preschool. But at the time it was Playtime Preschool, and she said, our little ones are getting ready to go to kindergarten. This would be a great opportunity for you to go and do an interview. So I went, met the director, loved the school. And I started out as a teacher's aide, and so that meant that I went from the preschool room to the pre-K room, made snacks, got to interact with the kiddos, and realized like this is where I should be, right? But I didn't have the education yet, and so I think I had it in my heart of what to do and how much I loved it, but wanted to have the certification. So I went to Parkland College, and I took every early childhood class they had and loved it. And what was so amazing is that for the first time in my life, I loved school. Like as an adult, like the staff at Parkland, I can't say enough about them. They were just so willing to help you along your journey. And so I became lead teacher qualified and started leading the preschool class with the 3- and 4-year-olds. And then several years later, an opportunity, we're run by a board. Our parents are our board members. They wanted me to take on the role as director.
Oh, wow.
I know. And so it's just like, you know, just this whole journey, right? And so I went back to school, went back to Parkland, finished my associate's degree in early childhood, and then had to take a few extra business classes to be director qualified. So I did that. And so now I'm the director and the lead teacher there. And one thing I really love about our school, first of all, I have amazing staff. And so my 2 co-teachers are amazing, and my board is amazing, and the woman who told me to go interview for this job is now my office manager.
Oh, wow.
I know,
okay.
isn't
so
that
it's like
wild?
A whole
Exactly.
full circle moment.
And it's just like this whole family, you know, sort of situation. And so, yeah, so I get to, since the board is so wonderful and my office manager is so wonderful, I get to be the director and also be in the classroom.
I love that, and I really like that you sort of have completely gone full circle from not liking school to loving school to being in charge of a play-based school, which is amazing.
And I think what's really something that I really truly relish is that I'm hoping that as families, it's usually their first experience going to school, right, in the preschool age.
Right.
I really love being able to have such a positive impact on little people and have them love school and enjoy school. And one of the things that I love to share as well is that I've been teaching, I think next year will be my 27th year there. And what is really cool is that now I have kiddos that are graduated from college, right? And they still are connected with their peers. They're still connected with the friends they met at preschool.
Amazing.
And so it's just this whole atmosphere of being part of our school family and being together, which is just so lovely.
That's great. That is a fantastic story. Thank you for sharing that with us. Well, right after the break, Anna from Campus Cooperative Preschool has a fun activity planned, and it is perfect for the whole family. ciLiving will return in just a few minutes.